So in this video, we're going to be setting the servo horn now. I mentioned when I first installed the servo horn to run power through it. So that is exactly what we are going to do now. We will be running power through the system. I already have batteries in the transmitter. I'm just going to engage the transmitter. Make sure this knob is in neutral. So there's a little 0 there for neutral. So make sure these two line up. That looks good. And there it is, power. Now, if it's red, it's actually in nickel metal hydrate mode. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in LiPo mode. You just press and hold. It takes about 10 seconds and then the light should flash green. Once it's green, it'll be in LiPo mode and that'll be for the, there we go, for the cutout. And I didn't hear anything really move in the beginning, so that is it. Now, the servo horn is just going to point forward. So I'm going to go ahead and install this. This little tab goes down. This goes like this. This is, well, I don't like this. I don't really like it. But that's the way it is. Let's see, servo horn will face straight ahead. Nope, no it will not. You will have to turn this knob and that's quite a ways. Alright, well, there's nothing I can do. Now I'm going to need my 3mm by 6, so it's going to be one of these, and it's going to be a regular button head. Go ahead and place this here. Now you're going into plastic, so there's no need for thread lock on this one. And holding this through. At this point, you actually can disengage the electronics, which I will do because I do not want to stress the servo. And I'm just holding the servo horn, so I do not spin the servo more than I need to. That is it. So now if I were to engage this, that'll be facing straight ahead. Good. So go ahead and disengage, and we can move on to the next step. Now we need to install the front. Now the front, this one's a little different, the shaft is, because the center shaft for the four-wheel drive does not screw on. Now the holes, there's actually different holes. This one's small, that's a small hole, and this is a big hole. You want to go through the big hole because that's where it's going to thread. If you go on this other one, you're going to have a difficult time threading. You will be able to eventually, but it's going to be a challenge. Stuck to my finger. All right. Come on. Maybe if I put the driver in. It's not lining up, so it doesn't want to go all the way through. And I'm spinning it in vain. I was just hoping that if I spun this, it would want to go through, but it wasn't. There. And snug is all you need, and that is it. Now this here, this is already bent out of the factory, so I don't really like the shaft. So if you look at this, so that's one downside, but I guess it's such low speed it will not matter, and it's fiber, so it should. bend, but that is one negative, but that would be all shafts, not just this one. Put in the comments below, is this your experience with Stampedes? Shafts are bent? Right, now we're gonna go through here and we need to align this with this section over here. Now, I have already installed this portion here. It was very easy, it just dropped in, so it's in there. So all you do is this will go through the hole and they're gonna mate. Wow, I got it on the first try. That was fabulous. But that is it, I'm just spinning. All right, so both sides are spinning, so everything is good. Now I can go ahead and just button everything up. And these should just clip on, and they do, right in there. And now I can begin installing these screws. Now, all the screws are gonna go through the top, and we're gonna use 12 millimeters in the front and 10 millimeter screws in the rear. And the rear is gonna use the countersucks, which is great because there's only the 10 millimeters of the countersunk, so that makes it easy. And this is 2.5. Just be careful with the antenna as you're driving the right side screw, not to pinch the antenna. That's the only thing you have to worry about. And that is it. And now, dun, 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 we have this one right in here. One of the reasons why I like that clear plastic that covers the shaft is because with monster trucks or just short course, many RCs, there's a lot of dirt and debris that falls in the tub. This will keep it off. But if you do go in water or something, things can still go in through there or through here. This hole is so things can flow. If they go in here, they can just come out the rear. How effective is it? Well, I don't know. That depends on what you consider effective. But yeah, it works to a degree. And let's go ahead and install the front ones. Front ones are the 12 millimeter, so 4 millimeter by 12. Those are the longer ones. And again, you could use power tools for this. If you use power tools, just be aware of the torque, how much you're torquing. You can just drive them close and then finish them off by hand. Tools, always use quality tools. Many of my videos I've talked about these, my MIP tools. I've had these for a while, a long time. And I've built, I don't know how many kids, and they still work like they're supposed to. There's probably a higher chance of me losing them than for me to replace them because they got damaged. They are a little bit pricey though. Each driver is about $13, but they are well worth it. So we have those two screws. Now we can flip this and we can install the link, and that's the link from a previous bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that link right in here. And we will be needing, let's see, two 15 millimeter screws. Now here, the flares go up toward the screw. Right, so these are the 15. Now, there was a screw that we had left over, which was also a 15 from that previous bag. We'll go ahead and use that one now. So I'm just gonna get that one started, and then I'll get this one started. I'll install the one in the servo horn first. Now, you do have a servo saver, so the plastic servo horn is not going to be such a big deal. But plastic servo horns do break, and many times they can break even with a servo horn. So that's something to keep in mind. You may want to replace that with the Traxxas metal option. I don't remember how much they are, but they're affordable. I want to say $5 approximately as of the time of this video, but I could be wrong. Maybe they're more. You could also buy an aluminum one. Those, depending on the brand, can Actually, I've seen them go up all the way to 25. But that is it. So now, all right. So if I were to run power through it, which I will, if I connect a battery, of course. Steering works perfectly. All right. I mean, I just wanted to test before I continued. Here we go. Do I not? There's no center screw. It doesn't call for a center screw. Why not? I have no idea. Well, it doesn't call for one. I'm not going to install one. That is it for this. We will continue on the next one with the next page. So on the next page, we will be installing the rear of the vehicle, and then we'll catch you in the next one. Please comment below, subscribe if you have not already. Thank you so much for watching.
What? Oh, my hair! My car! My rod!